Today I'm going to show you how I like to put ornaments on a Christmas tree. I'm a put together lady. Hello, my little holly jollies. Welcome back to the merriest place on the internet. I've done a lot of how to decorate a Christmas tree. I've done some specifics on how to put ribbon on a tree, how to put lights on a tree, but I haven't done like the ornaments. And I always talk about in those videos, you know, how I like to do ornaments in a diagonal triangle kind of thing. And I thought, well, let's just like do that and just that for you. So that is what I'm gonna do. We are wearing a wired microphone, so you do see it like sticking out of my butt. That's the technology level I'm at. Okay, if you're new here, hi, my name is Kim, and I'm very merry. All the glitter and Christmas trees and stuff. If you love Christmas trees and Christmas trees when it's not Christmas time, feel free to subscribe and join the sparklers. We want you in a non-aggressive way. We're just nice and like having friends. Enough jibber jabber, let's put some ornaments on a tree. A viewer recently requested a red and gold Christmas tree, and I happen to have red and gold Christmas balls, so that's what we're gonna do. When I put ornaments on a Christmas tree, I always start with the biggest ornaments first, unless I have very nostalgic ornaments, and then I put those on first so that they get a home and they're right where I want them so I can see them and showcase them. But we're not putting any of those on our tree today. We are only sticking with the Christmas balls, and that is okay. Super big ornaments, please don't hang them. That is fine, but that is special. I don't know if it's translating on camera, but it just looks cool. It gives a lot of depth and dimension and visual interest. Those are words I like to use a lot. Sorry, I repeat myself all the time. We're going to set these in a diagonal. I'm gonna start towards the top. You can wire these. This tree, I'm not loving how it's lit. I might change it and relight it again. I need two hands. There we go. One. Then we're gonna go diagonally. So whoop, shove you right there. Tuck this light cord away because cords are ugly. There we go. And I have a third big red bubble, so we're gonna continue our diagonal line like that. Boop, boop, boop. Neat. This looks more like a straight line. Let's put you in here. Right here. There, cool. We're going on a diagonal. I also have three bigger gold ones, but I don't want to do gold and gold between them because that's what we're gonna do next, is go in between the diagonal things that we've got. So I'm gonna switch this out, that one. Okay, so now boop, boop, boop. Alternate your colors. Pro tip. So now we're gonna diagonal ourselves again, but we're gonna, instead of starting kind of exactly below this one, we're gonna go in between these two. So I'm gonna put this one right around here. Okay, so it kind of makes a triangle. When I say it is a sort of triangle, that's kind of what I mean. So, see that? So we kind of have a diagonal thing happening this way, but like it's in between. Got another gold one. We want to go in between here, which means I kind of want to put you right here. Right on. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I have one more big one. You don't have to throw your ornaments. I just like to feel impressive. We don't have anything on this side over here. We're gonna do between these two over here. Down a little bit. That might stay there. You can wire it. You can wrap the string that, if there's one attached, you can wrap that string around a branch if you want to hold it, or you can shove a bunch of branches around it to make sure it's going to stay there. Whatever your comfort level is, there you have it. I put things on and take things off so often throughout the season because like I have a Christmas tree channel that I don't wire unless I have to, just because it takes me that much longer to take off. If you don't have cats or toddlers, stuffing will usually get the job done. I feel kind of okay with this, although I might want to switch this red one for a gold one. We're gonna leave it for now and then rearrange it later if I want to. That's another tip with ornaments. You can always move them. Once they're on there, they don't have to stay there for forever. Like, move it. Please move it. I feel like people kind of think that they're stuck once something is somewhere, and it's like, no, you can rehome it. They don't get mad. Here's where we're gonna go next. I have these 4 kind of textured looking red bubble things. Here is my next kind of tip for ornaments, is to get some varying sizes of the same thing. So we have bigger red Christmas balls, we have some medium, typical sized Christmas balls, and then I have some even littler Christmas balls, and then I have some that are even really, really little, but I try to reserve these for my 3-foot trees because they just will get lost. They're so tiny. So I'm gonna add in these. Now here is where you can continue to tuck if you want to tuck, or you can start to hang. So we're going to take our diagonal method and just go again with it. Should we hang that one up high? I kind of really like how that looks. We're making diagonals all the time. See them? See them? Cool. This one doesn't even have any wire on it yet, so we're gonna tuck this one. We could take it down this way, tuck that right there like that. So we've got this happening. Kind of should probably take something down this way. Let's have this be our launching point up here. We're gonna go diagonal, but we don't wanna put it here because then it's exactly opposite this one and that kind of stuff, hey, drives me crazy. So we're gonna go a little bit further, go right here. Nice. And then the last one we're gonna put over here so we're nice and even this way, probably down below, and I think we're gonna hang this one because the tree branches are so spaced out. Diagonals, diagonals. Yes, it's a loose diagonal. Like, don't try to make it really precise and things. It's just a general frame of mind to have. I feel like I don't make any sense when I try to explain this. Visual aid. Time to bust out my decorating apron. It has all of my stuff in it. We are now going to add in some kind of medium-sized gold ones. Did I say that I like to work one color at a time? I know I said stagger your colors, but I meant like this way so that they don't end up in rows. I like to work one color at a time just because I feel like that helps me achieve more balance. It might be easier for you to do one red, one gold, one red, one gold, or however many colors you have going on in the color palette that is your Christmas tree. But for me, I like to do all one color at a time because it makes me feel like I get a little bit of a better balance, just me personally, and it also helps me to understand like how I don't get lost in how many things I have. So if I have like 6 or 7, which I have a ton of gold. This is just one drawer of gold. I have this many medium-sized gold ornaments and I have 4 red ones. Doing every other one isn't really gonna like help me in this situation, but it may help you. You do you. I'm gonna add in these gold glittery ones now because glitter is life. Where are my wires at? Okay, now here we go. This is a Christmas hook. We are all familiar with a Christmas ornament hook. I do not hook my ornaments as such. And I know this one is kind of cheating. When you do that and you hang your ornament, see this kind of space that we have going on here? You see this like bit of space? I don't like the lack of control that comes with that. Also, you know, sometimes you just don't want that negative space between the ornament and the branch you hung it on. I actually take hooks and I kind of straighten them out. And then I put it through this way and wire it around the tree as such, okay? Most people use wire like a floral wire, especially on a green tree. Green floral wire works, and I use that. I used to use that exclusively. Then I ended up with a couple of packs of hooks and was like, can't really use hooks. And then I was like, dadoy, hooks are made out of wire, pre-cut wire. Works especially great if your hooks are green. I'm of the opinion of use what you have, so that's what I'm doing. I do like to wire instead of hang, like I said, because I like the control and I like the look of it better. It's also a lot more secure. Let me show you how I wire this. So I put it around the tree branch like this, and then you just twist it around itself once. Try to only do once. Sometimes I get crazy with it. And then you can just fold these little wire bits down. And now it is fitting nice and snug right up against the tree branch. That's what we want. Crazy sturdy, nothing is gonna fall. No cat, no 2 or 3 or 4-year-old is gonna be able to take and get rid of that. My big one just fell down. Another pro tip, please invest in shatterproof. You'll thank me later. Come here, drama queen. Haha, try to fall out now. Oh, please don't though. Okay. All right. Another super quick tip, and I've said this in my other decorating videos, is to always make sure you're taking a step back from the tree very, very often. I do it after almost every ornament, probably, if not actually after like every ornament. Take a step back so you can see the tree as a whole, not super up close to it, just to see where you need things, what needs to be spaced out better. If you have a taller tree, you can go, you know, 4 or 5 kind of down. And I could even do that here. If I didn't have the reds I was working in, I could take it that way and do that many. It also depends on like how full you want your tree decorated. A lot of people are very into the pyramid of ornaments thing, which I'm not mad at. It's just not my aesthetic. Like, it's not my style. So I don't overstuff my tree a ton, just because I don't overstuff my tree a ton. But make sure you're stepping back and looking at it from far away so you can get the big picture of what's going on with it. I've got a diagonal going here. I've got a diagonal kind of going this way. I think I'm gonna basically start a new diagonal from this ornament right here and come down this way a little bit. This is where the triangle comes into play. We've got bing, 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 triangle. So we're gonna put something diagonally off of this, but in between these two to create its own triangle. Yep, okay. And like I said, it doesn't have to be precise. In fact, if it were too precise, you would see the diagonals and the triangles, which is not what you want. You want it to look more casual than that. You want your tree to look intentional and thought about and designed, but you don't want it to look robotic. You know what I mean? Unless you do. If that's your aesthetic, then please do that. I think we are ready to move on to something a little smaller. I have these smaller ones. We're not using the eeny weeny teeny weeny ones. We're using this size, and we're just gonna repeat the process. This time I am gonna start at the top though, because that is easier for me. Make sure that when you're doing this, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but if I didn't, we're doing it now. Take an inventory of what you have before you put it on. So count, like I'm gonna count these little things and see how many I have before I start putting them on. So I know how close together to space them, how far apart to space them. So like I knew I had a lot of these gold ones, so I knew that I could do more closer together. Whereas these, I only had the 4 medium-sized red ones, so they needed to be spread out a little bit. Right here, I ended up with this diagonal and I liked that, but I had this one here that was sitting and they just ended up very parallel to each other, which is not my favorite look. I'm the only one that's gonna notice that. Please don't stress over those things. You're the only one that's gonna see them. So like, who cares? But because it would bother me, and with how much I look at trees and like deal with trees and things, that's all I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna fix it for me. But if things like that don't bother you, or you're like, I'm the only one that's gonna see that, so I don't care, just leave it. So I just kind of shoved this branch and bent it down a little bit so that this one hangs more in between. That's kind of a tip you can do, is just maneuver the branches to see if that's gonna give you enough division between them before you go moving one or the other. I have these more statement Christmas balls, they're very like spiky red. I love their aggression. I need something here. This is driving me crazy, this space here. And I am out of my biggest things, and one of them didn't end up there, and it would look weird if it did because of where everybody else is. So I don't wanna move anybody. And I want it fairly big because this is kind of a bald spot in my tree. As I've mentioned, it's an old tree. We love him, but he, you know, baldness comes with age. There we go. Feeling better about that. Maybe we could maneuver you over a top. There we go. See? Yay. Happiness is filling in those little spaces that drive me crazy. I wish I had like 5 more of those because they're super fun. Now we're gonna add in these little gold ornaments, and we're gonna see what it needs after that, which may be nothing. We'll see, we'll see. So we have these red glittery ones and we have the gold glittery ones. We don't have that much reflective. The big ones are reflective, but they're the big ones. We need some little ones. It's gonna play with the light. That's why I love reflective mirrored Christmas balls as well as the glittery Christmas balls, because they just play with the light and it makes your tree that much more sparkly and twinkly as opposed to just glittery, if that makes sense. She speaks tree gibberish, but we still love her? Question mark? I need something here. There is nothing. I don't want to put one of these little gold ones because I have one right here. So that's just a little too close for what I want. So I'm actually going to put this gold one where this red one is and put it where I need something right here, which is why it's important to only go around with your wire once, unless you need it crazy secure for like cats and toddlers. Or if you're like me and you used to live in like earthquake country. I might just put this here and leave it because there is no solution. You have to just let it ride and trust that it's gonna look good in the end, which it will because every tree is beautiful. Oh yeah, that makes me happier. We also need something here, but we're gonna come back to that. We're now at the phase where you kind of have to just put things where there needs to be a thing. So I'm going to put this one here because we need something here. You'll get to a point to where you kind of have to just put things where they'll fit or where they'll make sense or where you just need something. I do want to say, if for things that you have a lot of, like these things, don't put all of them on when you're putting them on. Set a couple of them aside in case you need them for like finishing touches at the end or to kind of like fix a spot or something. That way you're not like, dang it, I wish I had one more of those. You do because you set it aside earlier. Do your future self a favor. There, that's kind of what I want. Some very professional other tree decorator people like to make ornament clusters. Oh, look at me. This is not at all cute. My apron always falls off. I need to start double knotting it. Anyway, as I was saying, ornament clusters are super handy to have. You just pre-make them yourself. You just wire a bunch together. I'll show you in a second. And they're really great if you are doing a very full tree. If you've got a lot of things you want to put on your tree and you want to keep things, you can cluster ornaments together and shove them all in at once. I have a pipe cleaner here. Pipe cleaners and wires, they're just very good friends of yours when you're decorating a Christmas tree. Loop this one through. See, I got a reflective one too. We got a bunch. Just because it's varying sizes. It's about clustering together 3 or 4 varying sizes. So see, the sizes are different. They're also a different finish, which also gives it a lot more dimension and looks really great. I'm gonna add a red one in here. You're going on a pipe cleaner. What an exciting day for you. Cool, okay, see, so we've got this thing happening, right? And then you can take that, just like the others, and you're gonna tuck it. So let's make some of these and just put them in, shall we? Why not? Because we need bigger things and I don't have bigger ornaments and we're just gonna do that. See, it's also a Christmas tree hack. If you don't have big ornaments like this or not enough of them, make some clusters and you can use those. So like, see how I'm like here, I'm like, man, we need something. Fabulous. We're gonna put in a cluster. Tuck it, and we're gonna wrap the pipe cleaner around a couple times and put that in there like that. Ta-da! Put those close together, get a little red one, thread the needle. There we go. Okay. Down below we need something kind of big. There. I made one with 5, just so we get something real big and cute. You come with me for half a second. Right, remind me to put this back in the tree if I forgot. Because I want this ornament cluster there. Because it's a great spot in terms of making our triangle. And we'll have the perfect branch for it. Oh, cute. And then we'll take this one and just lower it a little bit. I think I'm actually gonna lower it a lot. I think we're gonna tuck you right in here. Oh, you guys, I think we have all the ornaments on the tree that we want. You want an ornament topper in case all you have are Christmas balls and baubles? Should we make something? I got another pipe cleaner. Let's make it something. We're basically gonna make an extra large thing here, and I'm out of this size of red Christmas balls. So we're gonna use the teeny teeny weeny ones. Right there. Oh, cute. We need more of these. Don't overthink shoving ornaments on a pipe cleaner, okay? Just don't overthink that. The reflective one here. Come on, mama. Thread the needle. Do one more of those. Spread everybody out a little bit. A tippity top. Here we go. I'll bring you up there to see it. And because I'm extra and that doesn't feel like enough, I'm gonna add a second one. I'm gonna add a second one up there and then I'll show it to you. Here's how we did a topper. Get you up there. It's just 2 ornament clusters with the red and gold. And they are just secured on the back with their pipe cleaner buddies. See, this clear cord of light is really driving me crazy. I'm gonna have to relight this tree again. There are those pipe cleaners just wrapped around the top, and then I bent this top branch all the way down so you couldn't really see it from the front. How cute is that? So there you have it. That is how I put ornaments on a tree. I don't usually use a lot of Christmas balls. In fact, I was just talking to somebody on Instagram the other day. You should totally be following me on Instagram, by the way. Look, there I am. Hi. I was talking to somebody on Instagram and he said that we don't really use Christmas balls that much for the tree. That kind of used to be the thing that you put on there. That used to be like the things that we put on trees, and now they're like this afterthought. Look at this terrible cord. Hate that. But it kind of inspired me to make a tree that was nothing but Christmas balls, and I think this is super cute. It's very simple, and like you could do a whole tree this way. This is how I put Christmas ornaments on a tree. The point of this wasn't to do an entire tree of Christmas balls. I just kind of wanted to show that you can. But the point is, I want you to see how I place ornaments just for some balance and evenness, and to just have things where I want things. I talk a lot about how to decorate a Christmas tree, but I only say, okay, put your ornaments on in a diagonal, and it's just like, anyway, I hope this kind of helped you get some guidance and a starting point on how you can put your ornaments on your tree when you're decorating and you're going to add your Christmas balls and baubles and all kinds of nostalgic things and things you put on a tree. Go in some diagonals and triangles, make some cute clusters. You can even use balls and baubles for a topper. To see my full how I decorate a Christmas tree video, you can click or tap right up here. And for more Christmas cheer, you can click or tap right down here. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, and until we meet again, sparkle on.